So we've made it to the end of November, and despite heading headfirst into the season of freezing temperatures and gifts galore, the news is certainly hotting up around here. Around this time of year, we always see our most used social platforms giving us a rundown of what we searched, listened to and interacted in minute detail. Spotify's year in review is always highly anticipated around this time, mainly to see which embarrassing single-on track has crept its way into your most played list. But it seems TikTok is now jumping on that bandwagon as well. Rather than giving viewers a rundown into the accounts they've interacted with the most, TikTok has decided to gather up a diverse selection of their best in class of 2021 and created a selection of super handy tips for creative and businesses alike to learn and extend their potential reach. Among the list were some of the app's most successful creators and businesses that created the partnerships with them, including the angry reactions guy with Pizza Hut and Kurt Schneider joining forces with Volkswagen. And that's the one that really caught our eye, as both creator and brand were actually brave enough to completely go against the norm when creating this campaign, as sometimes it takes an outside perspective to get the message across. So when Volkswagen launched its ID.4 electric vehicle, the car maker didn't turn to its usual auto influencers, or even the autofocus creators on TikTok. As mentioned by Kimberly Gardner, Senior Vice President of Marketing at Volkswagen, she says that they looked at TikTok as a platform to leverage massive audiences across food, music and science, reaching the target consumer in a very unexpected way. Kurt Schneider created a song from the car's chimes and other sound, creating a 10-second ad that more than exceeded Volkswagen's expectations. Using the app's full-screen top view ad slot that runs when the app first opens, hit 165 million impressions in just 24 hours. And as a result, Volkswagen immediately enlisted the platform for the launch of their new Taos SUV. Next up, we head to Modena, and a truly crazy looking Ferrari. The brand is set to expand its range of ultra-exclusive Icona models following the launch of its new £1.68 million Daytona SP3. The V12 powered Daytona is actually inspired by the Ferrari sports prototypes that raced in the late 1960s and early 70s, and follows in the wake of the Monza SP1 and the SP2, which they took their Barchetta cues from cars such as the 750 Monza sports racer in the 1950s. At the launch of the new Daytona in Florence, Ferrari's leaders made it clear that there's room for further expansions in the Icona range, with Chief Communications and Marketing Officer Enrico Galliera saying that there's actually 4 or 5 potential concepts that they could work on. The limited run Icona series is actually designed to appeal directly to Ferrari's regular customers, as the models are led by style and design rather than the ultimate performance. And Ferrari have emphasised that this is not a supercar, even though it's a £1.68 million car with a stonking great V12 in it. But that's not a supercar apparently. Our main topic today is around every shopper's favourite day, Black Friday. Every year it seems the date and the deals get more exaggerated. Now the UK takes Black Friday very seriously. Due to the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, 2020 actually saw a significant drop in the total value of Black Friday spending. But in 2021, consumers are forecast to spend a record amount over the Black Friday weekend. Most of this is going to be through online channels. Compared to the previous year, growth in Black Friday spending is forecast to be over 20% for online sales. And the total forecasted amount to be spent over this weekend is a staggering £9.42 billion. For car dealers, it's a great time to start shifting some stock and building lasting customer relationships. So here's a few things to keep in mind when the big day comes around. As seen as it's only 2 days away, by now, if you participate in Black Friday, you should have already created some artwork and mapped out the specifics of each deal. But next you need to ensure the pages are ready for conversions. Make sure your product pages have clear calls to action and contain everything they need to make an informed purchasing decision. This could be something as simple as adding a Reserve Now button or a direct link to a tracked phone number or email address. Black Friday is always a great time to be clingy, which I know sounds weird, but hear me out on this one. If you're lucky enough to get an influx of new visitors, you want to leave them a lasting impression, even if they don't buy from you on the day. One of the best things you can do is implement retargeting adverts, or set up tracking pixels for social media to make sure you can still convert long after Black Friday ends. It's also massively important to spend time connecting with those new customers you might have got. After the dust has settled on Black Friday, send over some incentive-driven newsletter emails, or push them to follow you on your social media channels, or even follow up with a review invitation to generate that all-important user-generated content. Or, if you don't fancy being a part of Black Friday, don't do anything at all. It seems there's more pressure than ever before on businesses to participate in Black Friday. But the thing is, no one is actually forcing you to do it. Whilst Black Friday seems to be here to stay, some are actually making a point of not following the crowd, and it actually performs pretty well for them. We hope this helps you, and if you have any questions on this matter, drop us a DM. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode, and we'll see you next week for another batch of the latest news. Take care.